Thank you so much, Jessica. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here. I see some people from Nairobi. Helen, you're welcome. Nosipo, you're welcome. I'm assuming you're from South Africa. This is an
Yeah.
African dialogue, so we are very excited to have people from different parts of Africa. My name is Frida Owinga. I reside in Nairobi, Kenya, and I'm the Regional Director for Africa at We Connect International. It's really exciting to host this Fast Africa dialogue because we are saying we need to hear from you, you need to hear from us, and every month we are going to be having this so that we can engage, we can connect, learn, and grow together. Frida Owinga is a leadership and enterprise development professional. Since 2009, I've been working with SMEs here in Kenya, supporting them to grow, scale, and thrive. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18, even before I knew the word entrepreneur. The first time I started trading, I was selling African artifacts internationally. I was not carrying them in my suitcase. I was actually doing the proper exporting of containers, but I found it so hectic. And I was working with different small cooperatives in Kenya who produce the wooden items, the soapstone items, the baskets, and stuff like that. And it was fun. So I moved along and did other businesses along with my husband. We were in retail, we were in beauty, hair salon. I don't know how to do any of that stuff, but the good news is it gave me a lot of experience and exposure in understanding how a small business runs, but most importantly, knowing what is actually happening on the ground. So I'm a leadership and enterprise practitioner. I'm now excited to be serving at We Connect International, supporting SMEs across Africa. Currently, we are in 3 nations. We are in Kenya, in Nigeria, and in South Africa, and I support as Regional Director of Africa. So I double up also as the lead for Kenya. You're going to be hearing from my colleagues in South Africa and Nigeria, and Jessica is our Africa coordinator. You're going to hear from all of them. You're going to have an opportunity to ask us questions. So please invite your friends who have been asking about what is this We Connect? How can we get into it so we also get connected? Thank you very much for joining us. I give it back to you, Jessica.
Thank you, Frida. That was such a warm introduction. I will now ask everyone in the course of this conversation, if you have any questions, please post them in the chat. There should be an option for us to post questions. Please write your questions and we will answer as soon as the speakers are done answering or introducing themselves. We'll ask your questions and then you'll be able to clarify whatever doubt you have about We Connect. I'll move on to our next speaker, Yeshua Russell, our country director from Nigeria. Yeshua, would you please introduce yourself and let everyone know what is being done in Nigeria by We Connect?
Hi, Jess. Can you all hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I apologize ahead in case it gets a bit jittery. My name is Yeshua Russell. I see some of my amazing women in the house already. My name is Yeshua Russell. I am a he for she, and I firmly identify with women-owned businesses. I'm based in Nigeria, Abuja, Nigeria's capital. We've been working on the We Connect international activities for quite a long time, and we've seen quite a lot of growth in the Nigerian market. What are we doing for We Connect International when it comes to the Nigerian market? Just this morning, my team, we had a brainstorming session, and we came up with a theme for 2024 for Nigeria. We call it High Hopes. That's because we feel, despite all the economic challenges that women-owned businesses are facing in Nigeria and of course across Africa, despite all the issues we have to deal with, we have this belief, and as a woman in Nigeria, you will soon start receiving emails from us with the theme High Hopes. We believe that we need to have very high hopes. We believe that supplier diversity and inclusion can and will succeed in Nigeria and across Africa. We also believe that by placing the women-owned businesses more closely with themselves and even more closely in 2024 with our member buyers, we will be able to achieve great goals. So I'd like to just end by saying For 2024 in Nigeria, our vision is high hopes. We want all our women-owned businesses to enter into our meetings, our events, our engagements with high hopes. Because when you have high hopes, you make high preparations, you prepare yourself, you take bold steps, and then you see massive results. So that's our
Oh my God.
Yeshua, are you there?
I think it's an internet glitch that might be happening.
All right.
So we will wait for Yeshua as we continue with our conversation as well. We live in a world of technology. That's very common. I'm sure everyone is very familiar with these glitches. So as we continue, Frida, since I have you here, I would like to ask you, in terms of the East African region, specifically Kenya, but of course you're a woman that has traveled, that has seen the environment and the growth in entrepreneurship with women. How do you see We Connect being impactful in the East African region, given the current landscape of business?
Thank you very much, Jessica, for that question. We Connect has come at a very, I'm trying to find the right word, at a very good time. How do you say opportune time? I'm looking for different nice words to say because it's really a critical time, good time that We Connect has come. I say that because number one, we have multinational organizations growing, and we have entrepreneurship for women also growing. I've been saying that today the world is pink. There's so many opportunities for women, especially the woman in Africa who is doing business. And as we connect, we are saying that we can help you to connect to corporate marketplace. So we identify the woman-owned business. Your business is 51% owned. We train you so that you are ready, you are confident, and your capacity is on point to meet with that corporate. And then the corporate can see you and know that you have your boxes checked and give you access to their supply chain. That puts money directly into your hands. So many times we go to different programs, and after we come out of the program, we are asking, what next? We Connect, what's next? After you've registered and become a free member on our We community, you're able to engage with other business owners from around the world. You're able to get a certification, which will give you a seal that shows that I am certified. I'm a woman business enterprise, and I have all it takes to supply you as a corporate. Once you're certified, you're going to be able to access corporate RFPs. And I want to be careful how I say this, that many times as women, when we get into spaces, we assume that things are just going to happen because it was said it will happen. But just like the good book says, faith without works is dead. So once you go through the process of registering, of training, and becoming certified, you also need to network with other women. Keep your business shining, keep your business visible. Let the corporates see you. The corporates will network with you. You will network with them. You're learning, you're growing. Your chances of getting an opportunity become much higher and become multiple. So the key thing is We Connect, I say, has come at the great time to East Africa because we are saying we want access to markets. The two key challenges that SMEs have been going through ever since I started working with them in 2009, I always hear access to capital and access to markets. So today we are saying that we are not going to be your only source of markets because we are told that if we want to be prosperous, we need to have 7 streams of revenue. So this is going to be one stream of revenue. We are going to work with you. We will show you how to get the other 6 if you don't have them also, because we have trained coaches in our network. So it's an exciting time to be alive and to have We Connect in East Africa. I give it back to you, Jessica.
Thank you, Frida. Let me just see if Yeshua is back with us. No. Yeshua is back. Yeshua, are you with us?
Hi, can you hear me, Jess?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'll stay off camera this time around.
It's okay. We already see.
Yes. So, do you have a question for me, Jess? Or you want me to
You
just continue?
were introducing yourself, and then you were cut by network issues.
Okay,
So
okay. Yes, thank you very much. So as I was saying, we had a brainstorming session. We believe we've come up with a slogan for our activities in Nigeria and of course much of West Africa, which is high hopes.
mhm,
Everybody knows what's happening. Currency issues, exchange problems, increasing cost of doing business, challenges with exportation. All of these are major challenges, but with each of these challenges comes inbuilt opportunities, massively inbuilt opportunities. So the concept for high hopes revolves around the fact that our women-owned businesses are Amazons across Africa. You can achieve unbelievable things if you put your mind to it and you put your hand to it. But at the center of this conversation, because when we begin to share this, you find out about it. We say high hopes, women aspiring and achieving together. We believe that the need to collaborate has never been as strong as it is in 2024. The need for women-owned businesses to come together, join forces, and become hubs, business hubs, has never been as emphatic as it is today. So the concept around high hopes is women aspiring and achieving together, shooting for the stars. And by shooting for the stars, I remember a saying I heard years ago. He said, when you want to shoot your arrow, always shoot for the heavens. So even if you miss your target, your arrow lands amongst the stars. So we're looking at ways that women-owned businesses can work together, bring their ideas together, create powerful collaborations, and then achieve a lot more in the African continent and even beyond. So that's what's driving our concept for 2024. And you will find that a lot of the things we'll be doing, webinars, events, will revolve around this concept. Will revolve around empowering women to be able to do more, to aspire more, and to achieve more. Back to you, Jess.
Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you so much for fighting to get back. We're so happy to have you. I have a question for you. I have many questions to you, but let me start with a main one because I feel like our guests need to understand exactly what WeConnect is doing in Africa and specifically Nigeria right now. So Nigeria is a very dynamic market with a unique system and unique challenges as well. If you could elaborate how WeConnect is addressing the specific needs of women-owned businesses in Nigeria and driving economic empowerment in the country, how would you put it? How would you explain that to us?
Okay. Thanks for that question, Jess. Brilliant question. I would say three things, and it's also part of what we're trying to do in 2024. Three key things that we've identified. The first issue is that you said it's a dynamic market, consistently and growing market. The women-owned businesses in Nigeria are consistently growing. But there are three things we are looking at doing, we've been doing, but we are going to accentuate in 2024. The first thing is visibility. The women-owned businesses need visibility. They need to be placed in front of other women-owned businesses, large corporations, government agencies, international development, DFIs, multilaterals. So visibility is the very first thing we're going to be going after in 2024. We're already doing that, but it's one of the things that we've been doing. Last year and the year before, we had focused on WBEs, where we would focus on one woman-owned business, create a story about the woman, and place that story on our social media channels. So visibility is extremely, extremely important. So that's one thing we're doing. The next thing, of course, is the capacity building.
Yes.
Women-owned businesses, we've been doing that, but we're going to even enhance that in 2024. Let me explain why. one of our member buyers' consistent complaint is that whenever they receive bids or tenders from our women-owned businesses, it's always subpar. It's never at the level they want it to be. We need to build the capacity of our women-owned businesses to respond to RFPs, to respond to call for tenders. Now, I think the final thing we've been doing, and we're going to do even more in 2024, we sampled it in 2023. It was good. We're going to do a lot more in 2024, which is organizing more of the Meet the Member events and actually placing the women-owned businesses in the same room as the buyers. Now, we did a bit more in 2024, and we had with ExxonMobil, we had with a few other corporations, but we had one major one, some of the women will remember, at the end of 2023, where we brought in about 6 member buyers, 6 different member buyers. We had Access Bank, we had Standard Chartered Bank, we had Mondelez, we had Citibank, we had Diageo, we had Unilever, all in the same room with the women-owned businesses, including a potential member buyer, Dangote Corporation. They were all in the same room with the women-owned business, and a lot of positive information came out of that. So those are the 3 key things we've been doing, and we will be accentuating and enhancing these 3 key points over the next year and beyond. I hope I answered your question correctly. Yes.
Yes, you did. Absolutely. I think I'm going to revert back to Frida. When we talk about capacity building, it's a very broad point to touch on. Capacity building can be just about anything. And we talk about women-owned businesses. We know as entrepreneurs ourselves, we know what are the challenges and where we need to reinforce ourselves and capacitate ourselves as business owners. What would you say has been the challenge when it comes to capacity building in the East African region, or in your experience in general, and how you are envisioning that WeConnect is going to bridge that gap?
Thank you so much, Jessica, for your question. When we talk about capacity building, we're talking about building the capacity of an individual or an institution. WeConnect International is coming up to build the capacity of a female founder. As a female founder, you are a leader. And as a leader, you need to be visionary, you need to be strategic. You need to understand how to work with different people on your team. So as WeConnect, all our capacity building is focused on developing your leadership skills, your business skills, so that you're more strategic, you're more visionary, you are not the one doing everything, so you cannot attend Africa Dialogues, but you're able to do the things that you need to do. You focus on your core, so others get the work done. And that is for Africa, because my role is Africa. And one thing I've noticed about Africa, Jessica, is that we are more or less the same, because I've been in roles where I support African countries across East Africa, West Africa, South Africa. It's the North that I haven't gone to very much. And we often say that the North is not Africa, but that's a story for another day. Now, what I've noticed is that the education for Africa is education for white-collar jobs. It's not really education for entrepreneurship, because you find the challenges we cite as entrepreneurs are really things that entrepreneurs should do, because an entrepreneur is somebody who finds a problem, finds the money to fix that problem. But you see, we are in Africa, we are always saying that capital is a challenge. So I say in Africa, our capacity building should be focused on trading or running businesses. But we need to understand the profile of the woman that we are serving to see what kind of academic education does she need, and then what does she need? Because as a business owner, a female business owner, you are in continuous learning, all right? You are always going to be learning, but you need to ensure that the things you are learning are relevant for the stage of your business, are relevant for you as an individual, for your passion, so that you're not just taking information, but you're getting relevant information that will help you to form relevant decisions that will help your business to grow, to scale, and to thrive. And that is what I like about WeConnect International. The learning, the capacity building that we do first is designed to help you build your capacity in procurement readiness. What do you need to know pre-bidding? Pre-bidding, how do you need to organize and position yourself? When you get the bid, what do you need to do so that your chances of closing on the bid are higher? Post-bidding, what do you need to do so that you continue cultivating that relationship so that more bids can come on? And beyond all that, how can you network with others, other women in business, our member buyers, so that you're growing, scaling, and thriving? So it's not a one-size-fits-all, but it is structured to support the female founder to grow, scale, and thrive. Thank you very much, Jessica. Back to you. I see Brenda has joined us. Brenda is our superstar in, I think I saw her before I announced her. Brenda, are you there? I think I saw her. Maybe she dropped. Load shedding might be dealing with her, but I thought I let her in. Carry on.
Yeah. So
yes,
thank you
carry
for Brenda, everyone, our welcome guests and participants. We have our market lead for South Africa in the room. Brenda, are you here with us? Can you share a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself as well?
I think she got kicked out. I don't see her again. But Brenda is a superstar in South Africa.
Is a super doing such impactful work in getting women-owned businesses on this platform and empowering them. I think she got kicked out, but I'll let you sort that out, Frida.
All right, so we can continue. Perhaps you can allow participants to ask a question if there's any lady who has a burning question while I check in on Brenda. Thanks, Jessica.
Absolutely. To our participants, you're here to interact, you're here to engage. The Africa Dialogues is for us to speak our minds, it's for us to clear our doubts. So if you have any questions, this is the moment. You can either raise your hand if you prefer to speak, or you can pause it on the chat. Whatever you're comfortable with, please pause a question or an observation, and we will take that on.
Ladies, this is your opportunity of fame. When you go to meetings, especially business meetings, you must always come prepared to ask a question or to give feedback. That gives you an opportunity to let people know who you are. It never matters if you're behind the camera or you've opened your camera, but you never know who is in the room, who might need something that you're doing. So when you're called upon to ask a question, don't feel shy. As a business owner, you're not supposed to feel shy. And that is what we teach you at WeConnect. How can you always show up bold, brilliant, and unapologetically you, so that people can know who you are and the amazing things you're doing? I see a hand by Grace Alice. Grace Alice, you're welcome. How are you this afternoon? Can you tell us what you do, where you are located, and let us know your question? You're welcome, Grace.
Thank you, Frida. My name is Grace Ali from Kenya. I'm the founder of PR Marketing, where we work with SMEs by the marketing solution for their brand to scale and thrive. I think what about Africa really needs access to networks, access to funding, and access to training, business training. And I saw the post on LinkedIn. I was really curious to learn more about what WeConnect has offer me as a business owner, and how I can be able to join WeConnect. So I'm still waiting to hear on how one can join WeConnect, and probably in joining. So really excited to learn more.
Okay, you're breaking up quite a bit there, but we are happy to let you know how to join WeConnect. Jessica, you want to take that, or you want me to answer?
I wanted to answer this one point that you brought up and I'll allow
ahead.
your to go with the process.
Okay.
It's the access to networks. So you mentioned that, and I'm so happy you're in marketing. I think Grace Alice's business is in marketing, which is very crucial. I think marketing is seldom taken as a non-tech area, but it's part of tech. I feel like marketeers need tech people and tech people need marketeers. And if we have a woman in tech and soft tech, how we like to call it, that's very essential. In terms of access to networks, I feel like you're in the right place because we not only are very much engaged with giving women or creating the bridge for women to access certain environments and spaces that they're not yet in, but we're also coming up with initiatives to allow these organizations and also women-owned businesses to showcase what they're doing in the continent. For one example, we have the We Connect International Dialogues, which this is the preview where we get a bit of a sneak peek of what will this be about and what will happen. But we have the We Connect International Dialogues coming up on the 28th in partnership with UPS. Now, I feel like we're all familiar with UPS and what they do. And that is a great opportunity for women-owned businesses, whether in marketing, from marketing to catering, to be in that space, to understand what they're doing, to understand where the opportunities lie, and therefore preparing yourselves to bid, prepare yourselves to engage and to put on a proposal or to how to navigate that environment. So access to networks is definitely a part of our strategy, is part of what we're doing with our initiatives. So I'm very glad you paused that point. I think I will allow, because you were breaking a little bit, so I didn't understand all of the questions. So I will allow Frida or Yeshua, I think Yeshua can take this on in terms of registrations and certification processes, because I think that's one of the things she touched on. Yeshua, can you take that one?
Hi, Jess. I'm happy to do that.
Yes.
So thanks for the question again. How do you become part of the We Connect International network and begin to enjoy all of the benefits? Now, before I say that, let me talk about the benefits. First of all, you are part of a global network of women-owned businesses that spans the entire world. Women-owned businesses that are large and that are medium and that are small. So you are part of a fantastic, an amazing network that is global, that you can take advantage of. I always say that our women-owned businesses are not fully taking advantage of the fact that you are part of a business family of successful women-owned businesses. That's one thing. Two, the second advantage, you get access to opportunities from some of the largest global corporations in the world. You don't want to miss that. So that's very, very important. Three, you get the opportunity to be in very specialized training, just like what Frida and Jess have spoken about. Four, you get the opportunity to actually be in the room with procurement players across the world. Five, you can participate in international events. We have International Day, we have the gala, we have the regional conference, and as part of WeConnect, you could participate in conferences in Europe, in the Middle East, all across Africa, all across the globe. So the opportunities continue to grow. Now, how do you become part of WeConnect International? There are two options. You could either become self-registered or certified. Self-registered means you just basically, I don't know if Jess could please, or somebody could help, just drop in the chat our registration link. I'm sorry, okay.
Yeah,
So okay, please. Okay, so you can be self-registered. What that means is you go to our platform. It is completely free. You register for free. You provide your information. It's two stages. You put the first stage is like an application. Then you get another email that asks you to complete it. Our platform is on exactly. Our platform is on SAP Ariba, which is one of the most safest technical platforms and database platforms in the world. So that's completely free, and you get lots of amazing access. The second option is for you to certify. For a small fee, you can certify. Now, what does certification mean? It means that you go through additional criteria checks which large corporations will actually require of you. I remember one of our certified women kept on saying why she was happy she certified was because it forced her to get her taxes, her accounts, her paperwork in place, which made it easier for her to win bids from large corporations like Microsoft, Facebook. So that requires a small fee, and then you get the certification. And here's the thing, sometimes our member buyers ask for women that are certified, so it has an advantage. But apart from that, one of the great advantages is that we're offering a 3-year certification for the price of just 1 year. So it's an annual certification. But if you're able to get yourself certified in the next few months, you can actually become certified for 3 years and at the cost of just 1 year. One amazing benefit of being certified. We Connect International has, well, I think over 200 member buyers. This includes companies like ExxonMobil, Bayer, Diageo, Procter & Gamble, Citibank, Standard Chartered Bank, Marriott, large global corporations. If you are certified, you can actually engage directly with the procurement teams of these global corporations. You have that unique access. So we'll before the event runs out, we'll post the actual link if it's already up, and you can jump in right there and get registered or activate the registration process or certification process. And there's a new chat box function which actually guides you through the process. You can ask for support. Back to you, Jess. Thank you.
So much. I would like to, before we continue with the conversation, just encourage our participants to once engaged. Yes, Nosipo, that is awesome opportunities and benefits. We're doing our best and we're hoping to count with you in the next phase. Please register. If not, leave your LinkedIn or your address, wherever social media you use, in the chat so we can follow you, so you can be also up to date, up to speed with what we're doing at We Connect International in Africa. Follow us also on social media. LinkedIn is at We Connect International in Africa. You should find us. If you can't, just follow Frida Owinga on LinkedIn or Jessica Manisa on LinkedIn as well, and you will be up to speed in terms of whatever is happening with us and the next events as well. I think we didn't manage to get Brenda back, but I will pause the question.
Going through load shedding, so in that part of the world, so carry on.
That's one of the challenges the women-owned businesses are facing. Load shedding in South Africa, for instance. How do you run a business with so many challenges like electricity? I totally understand that. But I have a question for both of you, Yeshua and Frida. I'll start with Frida. With the up-and-coming We Connect International Dialogues, what can attendees expect in terms of discussion, in terms of themes and outcomes? How is this Africa Dialogues different from every other webinar? And how do you envision this dialogues furthering the mission of We Connect in Africa?
Thank you so much, Jessica. The next We Connect International Africa Dialogues is going to be in partnership with one of our member buyers, UPS. So UPS is United Parcel Services here in the US. And we're going to have a webinar with them because they're one of our partners, and we have a program in South Africa and Nigeria that we're going to be running with them. I'll allow Yeshua to share more about that program after I finish. But that webinar is going to be different from this one. This one, it is us coming out and letting you know that We Connect International Africa exists, and we are here to support your growth. We are here to get you procurement ready so that you can grow. And that one is going to be letting you know how you can access the UPS supply chain. You'll get to know what UPS does. You'll get to know how they support women, which are the different categories in their supply chain that you can access. So that's going to be happening on the 28th. Every month we'll have a We Connect International Africa Dialogue, and that one is going to be a special one with UPS. We're going to bring you different member buyers who are corporations around the world to help you understand how to plug into their supply chain. I'll invite Yeshua to explain to tell us a little bit about the program that we have with UPS that is going to be happening in June, I think in April in Nigeria and in June in South Africa. Yeshua?
Thanks. Thank you so much, Frida. Can you hear me? I hope I'm still audible.
You're audible, Yeshua.
Okay, so let me risk my camera for a few seconds. So we're happy to tell our women-owned businesses today that we have an exciting with UPS. This event is I can see a question from the CFO. What's the annual fee in rands? Okay, I guess Jess will take care of that. So this program is taking place in Nigeria and South Africa. It's an amazing new program that is targeted at empowering 30 women-owned businesses in these two countries. How does this work? We're going to be asking women-owned businesses to apply. You apply if you want to be part of that program. You'll be selected if you're qualified, and then you'll be taken through specific training opportunities. You get to meet with the procurement team and the country leaders of UPS. You're guided through how to become a successful supplier with the UPS for the UPS and potentially other large corporates across the continent. What are the unique benefits of this program? First of all, the training that you're going to have, the webinars, the workshops. Secondly, is you participate in unique meet the member events with the UPS team. You meet with the local UPS procurement team members that are buying products and services. You'll be introduced to other women-owned businesses and, of course, to the local and global UPS team. There's going to be publicity as part of this, and you'll also be encouraged to become certified before the end of the project. It's going to last about 3 to 5 months, and it's going to culminate in a graduation and conversations and lots of facilitated discussion. It's a lot of activities which we cannot fully address today. But I'd just like to say, if and when you do see the material, jump on it, apply immediately. It's something that you do not want to miss. Back to you, Frida.
Fantastic. And that is our he for she in Nigeria, letting you know about the fantastic program that is coming up by UPS. I'm sure if you're in Kenya, you're wondering why are they not in Kenya? Kenya is going to be having other activities also. So make sure you follow us on LinkedIn. We are We Connect International in Africa. You can follow any one of us also. We have Yeshua leading us in Nigeria, Brenda Malloy leading us in South Africa. Jessica is our Africa Business Development Coordinator. So she's the one who makes sure we are in line and we are getting things done. And she actually hasn't introduced herself. So Jessica, I'd like you to introduce yourself as we are carrying on before we close so that we can make sure that people know who you are. Jessica?
Got me there. Just before I introduce myself. So in rands, to answer the question that was posed in the group chat, in rands, annually we're talking about 6,500 rands, give or take. And annually, if we convert 116, we're talking 2,172 rands. So those are the fees in rands. So just to answer the question, let me try and turn my video on.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. Let me turn
Where
I'm in the there's also no chatting, guys. Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica Manisa. I am the Business and Development.
Okay. So, Jessica, it's like you have disappeared, but we see your beautiful face.
Coordinator for Africa, where we connect international first session. We're hoping to see you in the next one. I'm an entrepreneur by profession. I'm with women-owned business in Southern Africa. So what I do is communications and marketing and innovation strategies for small businesses across the continent. That's what I've been doing. And I've trained so far, I think 70 businesses. Yeah, 70 businesses spread across the country, and of course, different numbers in each and every country. I'm passionate about women. I'm passionate about empowerment. And I know empowerment is a word that we throw around so lightly nowadays, but it means something to us. Hence, I joined We Connect, because empowerment means to see the next woman thrive. It means to see my mother conquer her dreams and come up and defeat all the odds. So I am passionate about that, and I fight for it every single day. And I believe that if you're, it's because you believe in yourself. Either you're a woman or a man, you believe in yourself enough to give yourself a fighting chance. You're giving yourself a fighting chance to learn. And learning is the first step to anything you would like to do. And that's how I started. I am self-taught in almost anything, everything that I know. I taught myself how to do it. And then I had the privilege of meeting people in those environments, and they taught me as well certain things when it comes to business. But I taught myself because I had that passion and that hunger for learning and for thriving. So I am very glad that you're here. I'm very happy to meet all of you. And I'm hoping you follow us on social media, because that's very important. You need to be up to date. We will not have a WhatsApp group as yet, but we'll have our LinkedIn and we have our Instagram, so you can follow us and interact. If you want to reach out to me or Frida or Yeshua in person or directly, please feel free to do so. We will answer you, we'll be there, we'll talk to you, and we'll hold your hand until you're certified by We Connect, because we know the benefits that you will get. And I believe in all of you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jessica. We're not going to let you get away without letting us know all the beautiful things you do and who you are. And I see Queen B is here. Madam South Africa, are you able to address us? Brenda is our country lead in South Africa. Brenda? All right.
Good evening, everybody. My sincere apologies for joining the conversation so late. I have had nothing but drama, but yes, as an African, we make a plan, and here I am in our conversation. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Frida, for the platform.
Brenda, I'm going to task you to let us know what is happening in South Africa. We are almost up at the top of the hour. I know we are planning something in May. So I'm not going to steal your thunder. Please tell us a little bit about what you have for us in May in South Africa. And Jessica, if you can, no, I'll help share it on the screen. Brenda, you can carry on.
Thank you very much. In South Africa, from the 23rd to the 25th of May, we are excited to be hosting you in an in-person Africa Regional Conference, where we're hoping many of you from your diverse sectors will be able to join us in-depth conversations discussing supply diversity and inclusion, making the table bigger, including women from all walks of life, businesses from all walks of, from different sectors, specifically speaking to sectors that have been underrepresented, sectors that are male-dominated sectors. We're looking to include you in this conversation, as well as our member buyers in this conversation. We'd like you in the same room. We'd like to have sessions with you that speak to policy making, that speak to mentorship, that speak to how you can network together, that speak to the various opportunities that are available across the continent, for you to engage, for you to give us direction, for you to also assist us to make that framework possible. We're looking to elevate you. We're looking for your guidance, and we're looking to make that space available for you to speak to us, as well as to speak to suppliers and supply chain representatives, the different embassies, the different sector representatives and strategic partners that we're looking to have in the same room with you about what is going on our continent and specifically our country, to include women-owned businesses as well, and make you more competitive for the opportunities that are available. Thank you, Frida.
Thank you so much, Brenda. So we're going to be having our annual Africa conference in South Africa, in Johannesburg. It has been renamed Elevator Africa. It will happen around the Africa Day. Africa Day happens on the 25th. 2 days prior to the 25th, we'll have learning labs on the 23rd, where you'll get to hear member buyers, different panels and breakout sessions. On the 25th, we'll get out of the closet rooms and go and visit different industries. After visiting the different industries, we'll come back for a cocktail and happy hour because yes, we want to have fun. We don't just want to sit in the air-conditioned rooms. We want to see what is happening on the ground. We are taking you to the ground with us. And then on the 25th, we'll have a pop-up market. This will be a pop-up market with a difference because we are not just having women-owned buyers at the market, but we are also having the corporate markets there. So mark your calendar, put your money together, and let's meet in South Africa on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th at the Elevator Conference by We Connect International in Africa. I'm gonna take it back to Jessica so that we ensure we don't overstay here. So Jessica, where do we go from here?
Well, we go to the last considerations from all of you. But before that, just to emphasize the conference, guys, I know you've been through a lot of conferences. I know you've seen them happen. But what we're cooking here, it's definitely different. It's diverse, it's inclusive, and it's new. So I would encourage you to stay up to date and reach out and follow us and be part of the conference because we are aiming to elevate her. Her, whoever you are, we want to elevate you. So please be there because you won't want to hear about it. You want to be there. So, with that being said, I would like to ask Yeshua to give us his parting words as we're ending this call, and tell us like a little bit of what is his takeaway from this conversation and so on and so forth.
It looks like Yeshua dropped off.
Brenda,
yeah, I think Yeshua dropped off. While you're looking for him in the virtual weeds, I just want to mention something. I see a couple of familiar names, and I do know a couple of you have been. When I meet you at events in Nairobi, I have heard that you're having a difficult time registering. We are looking at our registration process to make it more seamless, especially when you're registering using your phone. It can be difficult, so I'll just warn you right now. But there's two ways that we're going to do this to help you. One, when you're stuck, email support@weconnectinternational.org and make sure you copy me so I can ensure that our support team is helping you. If you have done this before and you didn't get help, it's a new day, forgive us, and just email support@weconnectinternational. Don't just say you have not registered. Ask a specific question. I have registered, I didn't get the invite link, or I have registered and this is the trouble I'm getting. Take a screenshot, attach it to that email so that we can know exactly the glitches that are happening and we can change them to ensure that we are serving you better. Follow us on social media. We Connect International in Africa. We have We Connect International in Kenya, in Nigeria, and in South Africa also. Updates about the conference are going to be out there. And I know there's that person that is saying, now why are they doing it in South Africa and me, I'm in Kenya? The first day is going to be hybrid. However, you can't travel to South Africa. I'm the kind of person who never says die. So if it's going to be in South Africa and I want to be in South Africa, I start putting my claim and faith out there. As women, we must learn to walk by faith and not always focus on what we don't have, but let us focus on what we can have and what we can do to get there. So I challenge you to see us, to meet us in South Africa. If you can't physically, you can join us virtually. And then the second day, we are going to have industry visits. We can't do industry visits virtually. We can't visit organizations in South Africa if you are not there physically. And you're probably saying, but what does that have to do with me in Kenya? As a global businesswoman, you need exposure. You need to travel to other countries. Here in Kenya, business owners are taken to different countries. I don't know about your country yet, but when I was with an organization called Organization of Women in International Trade, we traveled to many countries. So I encourage you to open your mind. We Connect is a global organization. Right now, I'm in Washington, getting ready to go for our International Day in Denver. And that could be you one day. So open up your mind. And when you open up your mind, the things that you focus on, you will attract to yourself. So my challenge for you is see you in South Africa. If you're not able to, if you have been having challenges with registration, we've put our contacts there on the chat so that you can contact us. And my parting shot, so I can give this to Jessica and we allow you to get back to work, whatever time of the day it is for you, is please, as a woman, be bold. When you enter these rooms and you're asked, the next time you enter our webinar, go prepared to introduce yourself, say what you do, and ask a question or thank the organizers for hosting that event at the least. So when they say, do you have any question? I don't have a question, but I want to thank the organizers for doing this. My name is Frida Owinga. I'm from We Connect International. I'm the Regional Director for Africa. Let your voice be heard. And you can practice. You can write your introduction on a piece of paper and practice it in front of the mirror. You can email it to me and I can give you feedback because I love doing that. So don't always feel I have nothing to say or I am shy. Today we have the opportunity to hide behind the camera and speak. You can also put it in the chat. You can write it down. Have your LinkedIn profile. Put your LinkedIn profile there. Tell people, connect with me. Every opportunity for connection must not be wasted. We are We Connect and we help you connect to other women-owned businesses. We help you connect to corporate markets so that you can have more money in your pocket to do the things that you love and enjoy. I give it back to Jessica. I'm extremely grateful for you joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you at our upcoming activities. The very next one is March 28th. We Connect International Africa Dialogues with UPS, where we inspire inclusion. We drive gender responsive procurement. See you at the next one. Jessica, over to you.
Thank you, Frida. That was powerful. As the Gen Z would say, period. I will give it to Yeshua. You have a minute to say goodbye. Yeshua is still not with us.
He's back.
So it's back, but I don't
Can
think
you
it.
hear me?
There he is. Yes, we can, Yeshua.
Okay, it's raining cats and dogs here, so I'll keep it short. Here's my final statement. High hopes. Keep your head high and aim for the stars. We expect to do fantastic things in 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Yeshua. Wow, that was good. Brenda?
I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible. As Frida has mentioned, our Africa Regional Conference will be a hybrid event. However, leading up to that, we have many opportunities to engage. Please do reach out to each one of us or any one of us. Our challenges are very similar on the African continent. I'm sitting in the dark right now, but speaking to you, thanks to connectivity, we've been able to get into the room. I look forward to meeting all of you. Please do drop us an email. Please reach out to us on our LinkedIn pages and our various social pages. We are ready and waiting to assist you.
Thank you. Thank you. First, I would like to thank our speakers, my dear colleagues in the trenches, for showing up and showing out the way you did, for giving your all in this conversation. I appreciate you. Thank you for our participants. You guys were here and you made an effort to take an hour of your day to be a part of a conversation that you didn't know what to expect, but you took a chance, and that's what it's all about. I would like to, as my parting words, give a thanks to, thank you, Nosipo. I would like to just touch on a point that Frida did, which is practicing and speaking up. As women, we don't have the same privileges as men. We are in a world that's not balanced for us. We need to just show up and be loud and be present. It doesn't matter what people say, it matters what you think of yourself at the end of the day. And if you're here, it means you have that in you. You have that fire in you. So don't let anyone dim it. And if you're here, practice. I have been doing moderation and speaking, public speaking for years, but I still practice. I'm practicing every day. To be here, I practice. Although I know these people that I'm speaking to, I practice and I prepare myself. And it doesn't mean I'm not nervous. I chose not to call it nervousness. I call it excitement. I was excited to be here. I was excited to talk to all of you. So in the next occasion that we meet, be excited. Don't tell yourself you're nervous. Be excited to talk about yourself, talk about your business, talk about your hustle. Whatever you're doing, it's important, it matters. So don't hold yourself back. And I am very grateful for this opportunity. I hope you all guys have an amazing day ahead of you, an amazing week ahead of you. And I hope to see you in the next 28th of March. Please register, sign up, be there, speak up, and see you at the Elevate Her conference. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.